Good evening. My name's Roberto. I'm all the way from Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I believe that I'm starting to get used to the lockdown. We're starting to adapt, probably all have to. But now my world is becoming a small place. Simply because you're basically at home all day, not much to do. So I hope we can add a little bit of spice, whoever that is watching or watching the replay. And while events are unfolding across the world, I never thought I'd watch so many videos in a day's time, sleep so many hours. Yeah, well, today I decided to make some peanut butter bread. It came out quite well. Actually, I saw it on Facebook, and I'm not so sure who the person was, but it was quite a simple recipe, and I was very impressed with myself. Simply because, you see things and you wonder, well, must you try it? Or see a recipe and you wonder how it will come out. And I just decided I'm going to do it. Probably add a cooking skill to my other factor or to my other abilities, or add something to my skill. I mean, in this time, it's maybe a good thing to do things you never done before. I've never done baking, and it's something quite a simple recipe to do. It was about putting only 4 ingredients. Yeah, and you had to do in the microwave for only for 2 minutes, so it was a complete success. But there's something which seems to be pushing through subtly in all of this ups and downs where this virus is concerned. And I somehow came onto a video with a guy from Mexico, and he was explaining in Mexico things are quite quiet. No, nobody panicking, nobody's kind of running around. People's doing their normal things. But what I've realized, people have understood, movement is not the problem really. But it's when you move from one crowd to another crowd. So in other words, if I look at it closely, yes, there is a thing now, stay indoors. And I agree with that. But I think if you want to walk around the block, or take a dog for a walk, I don't see the danger of that. But unfortunately, as often, people like to bend the rules. That is where the problem comes in. Now people say, no, we don't want that, we don't want that. And the government bring in regulations to relax some of the regulations or the rules, whatever, protocol for the day, and people take advantage. Yes, I think, it is a good thing. But I think, I think they should have actually allow at least, if you go out walking, say for 10 minutes you come back, I think it's be understood. I think the main agenda is, you don't people standing, huddling in groups. Obviously, hi Jerome, thanks for hopping on. So often you find that, if you tell people, no, you can go on the streets, and people will go out in the hundreds on the street. Okay, not all over the world, I don't know. But there's just that tendency. So yeah, unfortunately, it takes 20 people to do the right thing, and 5 people do the wrong thing, and everybody's fall under the cardinal rule, stay indoors. But the thing which catches my eye, or catches my ear as well is the thing of vaccine. I find that it's coming through very, very strongly. And I have to ask myself the question is that this thing is just a virus, yes. But your body is a virus network itself. I mean, there's balances in your body. There's T cells in your body. There's glands in your body. There's different enzymes in the body. So the body is actually well balanced. And even if you take in certain viruses, the body can fight against it. But this virus just seems to have a mind of its own. That's my own words. Yeah, but I was watching also a program where this doctor, I don't want to mention his name, you have to go into YouTube videos, and the doctor spoke, the biggest problem in the world, with many of us, is our immune system. We take it for granted. We actually don't know how it works. I remember, I was still at school, I always remember the thing that you take sandwiches to school, there will be lettuce on your sandwiches. Either will be cheese, or there will be tuna, or there will be sardines, or there will, no. And also with that, you might have an apple or a banana. And I always thought to myself, this is too much to handle. Let alone, I know that's what our parents were. They very much into the fruit. I know my aunt used to go to her house. She always had a bowl of apples, a big bowl of apples. Maybe that is why I got to like apples so much. They were these beautiful red apples. How many people's homes do you go into and see a fruit basket? And I think we need to get back to basics, to get fruit back into our house again. No, we need to explain to children how do you get vitamin C into the body, what role vitamin C plays, what role vitamin A plays, and even vegetables too. They say the green vegetables are the most healthiest. I won't disagree, but I know green vegetables are usually shall I say, where you find your so-called aerated scale. I know broccoli is something which is very good, which not a lot of people like. Kale is another one. And your vitamin D is something which I never gave much thought. But vitamin D plays quite a big role in your immune system. Even zinc as well. And the doctor was referring to, that is actually one of the biggest problems in the world, is that we have neglected ourselves. We never give our immune system enough thought. And it's so important, If you want to stay healthy, you need to eat healthy. And quite often, something which we are aware of, but we don't really put into practice, is that we heard it so often. We like sugar drinks, really. I fall into that category, unfortunately. And I don't really put name any product, but there's a lot of places you go to. You find what cold drink they're advertising. But most of the drinks, anything which tastes sweet, there's sugar in it. Whether it's an artificial sweetener, because we all like things that taste, it has a nice sweet taste. I've always said, if you take the sugar out of custard, then you don't have custard anymore. Just a phrase of mine. But we need to get that back to basics. Eat healthy. And quite often we like fries because they taste nice. But too much fries is not healthy. So at the end of the day, we need to find a balance. Even if you go eating out, I also fall into that category. I eat out, I order fries, then there'll be a milkshake, obviously full of sugar. So what you put in your body is very important. I know another friend of mine, he doesn't drink Coke. Well, he just doesn't drink Coke. Now my wife, she doesn't drink tea and coffee, so she doesn't drink. In other words, it's coffee, milk, and sugar goes together. So she's quite a very healthy person. So there are things we need to think about. If we're going to Africa, there are extremely, extremely, extremely poverty areas. And it's sad to think, it's sad, that people spend trillions and trillions of dollars or whatever currency used to build up military might. And for what reason? Why do you need to want to rule the world? At the end of the day, I think, we'd all like to be independent. But right now, in this point in time, there's a crisis all over the world. And people have realized, doesn't matter what religion you are, doesn't matter what nation you are, doesn't matter who you are, you've got something to sort out. I think, whether you like it or not, this virus has slowly brought us to a point where we have to say, stop and think. Let's look at the world. What are we doing right? What are we not doing right? What do we need to fix? So my point is this: before we start pushing the vaccine issue, don't we need to really stop? Why are we not eating fruits and vegetables anymore? Why are we neglecting ourselves? Why are we neglecting the hunger in Africa? At the end of the day, we get to a point where we just end up destroying one another. Because somebody wants to be in control of everybody. It's always the minority that want to control the majority. At the end of the day, it doesn't work out. Either you get revolt, you get something, government gets overthrown, you get a coup that takes place. I don't say that's going to happen now, but there's always other agendas around. So the question is, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to the thing they call humanity without an agenda. I just want to read some of the things here. I throw it around. Too much fast food and not healthy food. Definitely. Cheryl said, yeah, you start to own vegetable and fruit garden as our grandparents did. No, it's quite true. When one looks back, okay, fine, not all, I don't know. Wherever you are, but where I am in Port Elizabeth, there was a big thing, I'd say probably about 70 years ago, 80 years ago. You could go to people, visit people, and the yards would be full of fruit trees. But somehow we have lost that interest. I think this generation needs to start thinking about that again. Starting your own vegetable garden, your own fruit garden. Yeah, it's getting the hands dirty, bending the knees. But nowadays there are many ways to grow things. You can grow it in huge pot plants, whatever. There's always ideas on Google, thanks for that, or YouTube. So at the end of the day, we need to ask ourselves, do we really care? Are we just arrogant? Have we become arrogant? Or we just not concerned about each other? Life is tough for sure. But at the end of the day, your health is your wealth. You don't need a vaccine to get yourself in order. Your body can repair itself. But if you're putting unhealthy food into the body, it's going to show. The immune system is going to be down. So yeah, think about it. If you want to be wealthy, stay healthy. Thanks for hopping on, Jerome. Thanks for hopping on, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Thanks, guys. Cheerio.